o'clock saying,
Oh,
hey, they're going to go live, I bet.
Ding, 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 ding. I should share this.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Geek Spot News. Closing in on episode 200. We're at 193. I'm Jack. That's Frank. Thanks for finding the Geek Spot with us, as always. And we got plenty of good stuff to talk to you all about this week. Moving the date around a little bit. Had some last-minute chaos yesterday that required us to change our schedule around throughout the day.
I didn't have any chaos, mind you.
Yeah.
Usually it's me having the chaos.
It is usually you having the chaos, but every once in a while I get bogged down. So I was bogged down doing some painting and those such things around the house. It was the one room, one day that I had to really get it done. So that's what I was doing yesterday. So as opposed to disappoint a 5-year-old little girl, I decided to finish up with my paint job, and then we can bring this all to you.
Probably the smart option. And by the way, thank you for deciding to paint your daughter's room, because now I'm looking to paint my son's room. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Whatever I can do. Hey, Charles is going to be local this week. Look at that.
Yay.
Charles, Dom, great to see you guys. At Oaks, RetroCon. RetroCon always tends to get pretty good lineups, if I remember right. I have not made it out there yet because they tend to fall. As all concerts and everything, I was talking with somebody about that this weekend, where I go and try and say, hey, I'd like to go to this. Everything else is always a conflict with other days and other things going on. When people decide, hey, we're going to hit the Philadelphia area. I'm like, can you not hit us on a holiday or right around a holiday? It'd be great. Right. But no, they always decide holidays are the right time.
Not only is it the holiday and our kids back in school and the traffic's a little heavier, but with the recent public transportation woes, traffic is even more messed up.
There have been some public transportation issues.
Listen,
in the greater Philadelphia area.
If you are a fan of the local sports team, the Philadelphia Eagles, which has their home opener Thursday night at 8:20 p.m., and you don't have to be anywhere in that vicinity, don't go near that vicinity.
No, that's going to be a mess.
Absolute shit show.
Are we lucky, or like the Phillies playing that night too? Because that'd be
no. So they are playing, but they wisely scheduled them on a road trip.
Oh, good.
And I don't know if there's any concerts or anything going on. But I do know that mass transit is halting service at midnight for the trains, and the game starts at 8:30.
Yeah,
dude. I'm not even going to talk about football much because there's no point.
Dom is trying to instigate things with some salty comments.
He can instigate with Dallas all he wants. It doesn't matter. Dallas is a non sequitur this year. I would worry more about the Giants. Oh, wait. No, never mind.
No, there's that quarterback that. Oh, no, there's not. Yeah. So speaking of all that and the septa-woes and those kinds of things, what have you been up to, man?
I had oral surgery on Friday, so not a lot.
That sounds great.
I had a root canal I had a tooth that needed a root canal, and to make a long story short, I told the dentist, no, I want it removed, and he said, I don't recommend that. And I was like, I will go elsewhere. You just forward the information that I ask you to. We'll go from there. And I had it removed surgically, and that was pretty much my weekend. I went nowhere. I wanted to come down and see you. I slept a lot this weekend.
All good.
Yeah, I slept a lot. That was my weekend in a nutshell. I didn't go to any bars.
Sounds like a wonderful holiday weekend.
It wasn't really. Yesterday, thank you, Pete. I appreciate you. Yesterday, I did start a small workout program. I am jumping rope.
Oh,
I'm going to work myself up to 10 minutes. I'm at 3 minutes. You do a minute on, then you rest for a minute and kind of stretch out, and then you do another minute. So working up the stamina because lots of hockey coming up. I got 4 teams that I'm playing for. It's going to be a busy winter.
sounds like a busy winter.
What about you?
Well, look, the holiday weekend had a football game last Thursday. I went to for the boys. They crushed.
Nice.
Well, their high football team. They are in the band, so they are the
Right.
entertainment. So unfortunately, when you have children in marching band, you don't necessarily want the football team to do great, because that means your season gets longer. But the team crushed Council Rock North, I believe, one of them, by a score of 41-0.
Nice.
After winning 3-0 the week before, so that doesn't bode well for a short season for
Did
the
you
band
want a
this
short
year.
season for the band?
Yeah.
Is that because you don't feel like traveling with the band, or
No, it's just a lot. Like it's the kids in high school band, especially if they do competitions as well.
gotcha?
It's literally like they leave their house Friday morning to go to school at like 6:30, and they basically don't get home till like Saturday at 1 a.m. The
I-
next like all day Saturday, and then Saturday because they do game
Yeah.
Friday and competition Saturday. It's a lot.
When growing up, my mom ran cheerleading for our local youth organization that was absolutely atrocious at football, Summerdale Boys Club. Probably one of the worst football teams in the area, where Frankfurt was all the way up here, Summerdale was down here. However, my mom and her and a neighbor ran the cheerleading portion, and they did competitions all over the place. They were constantly like winning awards and top. My mom had great coaches, really well run program. But I went to some of those competitions to videotape them with the handheld on the shoulder VHS
Very nice.
camcorder. Yeah. And I know how long those days can be, and what an absolute. I know it's much different now than it was back then, but
Well, now they just record it on a smaller handheld
yes,
thing.
or
is
yeah.
all. Other than
And-
that, the days are pretty much the same.
Right. And the one thing that doesn't happen today that happened back then is you don't tape over competition with WrestleManias or wrestling and ruin memories of your sisters.
That's true. Well,
Not that I ever did that.
I mean, you still could.
Well, WrestleMania 3 was a big thing for me. So
So that was that was Thursday. Friday had a private party I was playing out on LBI. Saturday, friend of the show, Maddie Kaplan, came out to see me downtown in Center City. I was down at Con Murphy's. Had another old friend of the show from when I think we were still Nerd Revolution back when my friend Jay used to listen.
nice.
And pop in. He popped out for a little bit Saturday night too, and then Sunday had another gig with the full band. And yesterday, as we were saying earlier, I spent the whole day painting a room pink ribbon.
I saw the pictures. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, look,
I asked
we can do your son's room in pink ribbon. I'll send you the link.
I asked him. I said, "What color do you want your room?" I was like, "I want to paint your room. What color do you want it?" He's like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Pick a color." And he's like, "Do you have to?" And I went, "Now, yeah." Like now, yeah. And Will, look at that. Will lived near Summerdale in the 90s. Where did you live? Where near Summerdale, Will? I want to know where. Because Matty Caps was right in the heart of Summerdale.
So that was that. Found some time to watch some things. We had some finales last week. We had a show that dropped on Apple TV that is not necessarily something we would usually talk about, but I binged the whole thing on Sunday. So
We did?
yeah.
Okay.
It's not anything you would probably ever watch, but you would enjoy it immensely if you watched some of it.
Well, I mean, you threw me into one thing today that I started.
Good. Look at you.
I'm going in episode 3.
So I'll hit now before we get to the list and just tell you what it is. So K-popped
Oh yeah, I'm not watching.
dropped. Oh, it's a blast.
Yeah, is that like the K-pop Demon Hunters thing?
No,
Oh, okay.
No. Which
Continue.
K-pop Demon Hunters you should absolutely watch. It's better than any Marvel movie in the last 10 years.
I've heard that it's sensational.
But no, K-Popped is a show where they take US, well, international hits that we all know from 25, 30, 40 years ago,
Mhm.
and they pair those artists with K-pop artists and put a K-pop spin on the music. Some of them were fine. Some of them were fantastic.
Okay.
None of them were particularly bad.
How long is this?
It's 23-minute episodes. There's 8 episodes.
Okay.
It was literally like a 4-hour sit and rock through the whole thing.
You can text that to me later, and I will.
But I'll later on I'll go through some of the lineups from there. So,
Okay.
But you sent me something earlier with some that I did not look at yet.
Neither did I.
That I'm excited to hear.
I'm not. I've seen
how this goes.
I've seen some things that are left off of it, apparently, but
spoilers.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is this list that I saw in the Discord channel that I hang out in with Ace and with T, and this is the Hollywood Reporter presents the 25 greatest sports movies of all time ranked. Okay. And I'm going to run through these really fast. I have not even looked at one of these.
Look, I will be honest. This is likely going to be like every other list we do of things that people have watched. For you, this will be my list like that.
Maybe. Now, T's saying it's the greatest list of all time, but I can't hear the tone in his voice. So let's start off with number 25. In 1976, the Bad News Bears, the original.
Wow, number 25 for the original Bad News Bears. Okay.
Tom, don't spoil the damn list. Okay. 25. Bad News Bears is all the way down at 25. So
really low for Bad News Bears.
This list is going to be sensational. At 24, we have Challengers. It came out in 2024.
This list is already trash because it put the threesome tennis movie ahead of Bad News Bears.
Yeah, this is already trash. I've seen the Bad News Bears. I have not seen this. I'm sure you've seen the Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the sequel better because the sequel is what used to run on whatever cable channel I would watch all the time.
That was when coaches could be coaches.
Yeah, that was when Sandy came back.
At 23, here's a movie I have not seen. $1 Million Baby came out in 2004.
Right. Little boxing jaunt. All right.
Okay. At 22, I have seen this many times that I could probably recite most of the lines and the dialogue. Coming out in 1977, Slapshot, starring Paul Newman.
I've heard good things. Hockey was never my thing. So.
Oh my God, is this movie so good? This is just such a great movie. It should be higher than 22. Way, way higher.
Well, let's see. Who knows?
At 21 is a completely fictional sports movie, as I'm learning more and more. Came out in 2011, Moneyball. Moneyball is I like Moneyball as a movie, but the more I find out about the movie and how not close to reality it was.
Look, if basketball is not above Moneyball,
I don't know.
I'm going to have issues.
But right now, Moneyball is above Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
And I have seen Moneyball. At number 20 is a movie I never saw, never heard of until just now. Coming out in 1972, Fat City. It's another boxing movie.
Okay.
Stacy Keach was the pugilist in this movie. Oof.
Right. Look, nothing wrong with little Stacy Keach.
At number 19, again, another movie I have not seen. Came out in 1982, Personal Best.
Oh, this sounds like another. Is this like a racing movie? Is this Chariots of Fire?
This is Mariel Hemingway and Patrice Donnelly.
Okay.
This is a...
Wait, what year with Mariel Hemingway?
1982.
Okay.
It's a picture of a chick, Mariel Hemingway, with a shot put. So I'm assuming it's...
So track.
Yeah, track. Okay. At number 18, coming out in 2000, Love and Basketball. Did not see Love and Basketball.
That's probably not a bad spot for that movie.
No, but I don't know anything about it. But okay, all the way down at number 17 of the 25 greatest sports movies of all time, coming in at number 17 is Hoosiers.
I mean, that's fair.
That should be way higher than 17.
Look, Blue Chip's probably up there though, because I mean, if you got Shaq, it's got to be.
I have no problem with Blue Chips, okay? But Hoosiers or Hoosiers? Hoosiers. Right? Hoosiers. 1986. That was the Gene Hackman one. Yep. Coming in as a movie better than that, at number 16, came out in 2018, Minding the Gap. Now, I don't know this one either. This is
That's recent.
Yeah. It was nominated for Best Documentary at the Oscars. So
skateboarding movie.
Okay. I mean, look, it was nominated. Hoosiers might be the most boring movie ever, but it's classic.
Yeah. So weird to throw Minding the Gap in here because it was also a documentary.
Right. So, that's what I'm saying. So at number 15, came out in 1961. This is the epitome of sports movies, The Hustler.
That's okay. I get pool's a sport.
Apparently, pool's a sport.
I guess Kingpin's going to be up here really high.
I don't know. The Hustler is a cool movie. I wouldn't put it on the 25 greatest sports movies of all times, personally.
No, I mean they did it better when there was The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Well, wasn't the one with Tom Cruise even better?
Yes.
Pool is a sport. I mean, I'll take it, but
Color of Money.
Color of Money. What a good movie.
Yeah.
Number 14 in 2006, Offside.
Nope.
It's a comedy drama that takes place at Tehran Stadium, where Iran is playing Bahrain in a qualifying soccer match to decide which country goes to the 2006 World Cup. There's barely a glimpse of a ball or player, yet this may be one of the best films about fan passion.
Okay.
No sports, but a sports movie.
Sure.
At number 13, we have Sugar from 2008. This is the portrait of a Dominican pitcher struggling to make the leap to the majors from a minor league club in Iowa. That sounds cool. I dig baseball movies. I haven't seen this one, but this looks like a pretty cool movie. I don't know.
I remember when it came out, but I don't know that I saw it. Okay. Baseball movies are rough. Anything after The Natural, I didn't really.
This list they posted. Somebody posted it in the Discord that we're in. This is from the HollywoodReporter.com. This is supposed to be the best sports movies of all time.
There are movies on this list for sure.
At number 12, finally movie I've seen, White Men Can't Jump, 1992.
Above Hoosiers.
Above Hoosiers.
Okay.
Above Slapshot. Now, maybe above Slapshot. I love this movie.
It's fantastic.
It's a fantastic movie. The entire cast pops in this movie.
With this list so far, I would have expected it to be the remake on this list, though.
No, this is the original. Coming in at number 11, which should be much, much higher on this list. This is top 5, in my opinion. A League of Their Own.
Yeah, I'd give it top 10. I don't know if I'd go top 5.
Okay. All right, so it's right outside.
But it is like right in there.
Rosie Perez was great in White Men Can't Jump.
Like everybody needs to know foods that begin with letter Q.
Coming in at number 10, starting your top 10, 1962's The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner.
What?
Just saying.
Okay.
It's black and white too, so that's good.
Is the ghost with the Dennis
Quaid one? It's an English movie.
Okay. Oh, and the Rookie? Come on. Let's see what we get.
At number.
Is it basketball? I got it. Let it be basketball.
Better. It's better. Coming in at number 9. Comes out in the year 2000. Bring It On.
Oh, well, look, cheerleading is a sport.
It is a sport.
But again, if I'm holding Bring It On up against Hoosiers, so is it and the title of this list is best movie or most entertaining movie?
the best sports movies.
Greatest sports movies of all time. Okay.
Greatest sports movies of all time.
Okay.
Bring It On.
Okay. Look, I use the jazz hand lines all the time.
Look, I love the jazz hand line, but there must be some toros in the atmosphere. Hate UT. At number 8, again, top 5 movie in my opinion on a list like this, the original Rocky. It's in the top 10 for sure.
It's an okay spot for me.
I don't hate it.
Depending on where we're going.
Next. I mean, it's in front of Bring It On, so whew.
Yeah, I've got more than 7 left, so I'm intrigued to see.
Well, at number 7 is another absolutely fantastic movie, another baseball movie, 8 Men Out.
Yeah, it's a great spot for 8 Men Out.
I like it. I like that for 8 Men Out. It's a great movie. I like it even more, especially with the Charlie Sheen documentary dropping next week. I can't wait for that on Netflix.
I mean, it's probably my 3rd favorite baseball movie.
I would have to rank my baseball movies, but I mean, this is D.B. Sweeney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is John Cusack, Charlie Sheen. This is a great baseball movie. There's 2 other baseball movies that I would rank above that, but we'll see if either of them are even on the list. At number 6, though, what is a list without a bicycle movie? Breaking Away in 1979.
Wow. This list is fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This list is mind-blowing.
I love it.
At number at number 5. Rocky isn't a New Yorker. He went to Abraham Lincoln High School right here in Northeast Philly from Philadelphia. Go back to your Yankees. At number 5, that was released in 2016, OJ Made in America. Better than Rocky. Better.
Okay. Is that a movie?
It's a 5-part documentary.
Okay. Again,
about
I don't
the
know
rise
if
and
that
fall
would
of
be.
O.J. Simpson, which again, fascinating stuff. But come on, man. Norm Macdonald would hate this. At number 4, I like this in this spot. Another baseball movie. Bull Durham.
Oh,
Great baseball movie.
yeah.
Great baseball.
I have 2 above it though. Just
So do I.
baseball movies. I have 2 baseball movies above it, maybe 3.
Off the top of my head, I actually have 2.
I bet you're leaving off Major League.
No, that was in my 2.
Okay. Oh.
At number 3, can't really argue with a Muhammad Ali movie, When We Were Kings.
Okay.
I can't knock a Muhammad Ali flick.
So we're going that over the Will Smith.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say so. And again, it's a documentary, so it's really I'd never seen this documentary, but it's something I might actually want to peek into because I really love Muhammad Ali stories.
Yeah, you should.
At number 2, came out in 1994, Hoop Dreams.
Okay.
Another documentary.
Yeah, no, I remember Hoop Dreams. So
I
I feel like this is the greatest sports movies on Netflix. Is where we're
It might be because the number 1 greatest sports movie, I can tell you now, Any Given Sunday is not on this list. Field of Dreams did not make this list.
Yeah.
Major League did not make this list. Basketball, unfortunately, did not make this list.
That's the biggest crime.
Rocky 3 not being on this list is a little bit of a crime, too.
I mean, they
But
invented a sport.
Number 1,
Basketball.
Raging Bull.
Okay.
Great movie. Great movie. And he should have won an Oscar for Best Picture. But, you know, I thankfully was aware that this list was going to be a little bit bullshit going into it without knowing the movies that were on it.
Yeah, look, a lot of docs, lots of opportunities on this one. Like you said,
Terrible.
Field of Dreams missing, Major
Terrible.
League's missing, The Natural is missing. The Natural is probably one of my favorite sports movies of all time.
Oh, I completely
Remember the
forgot about
Titans
that.
is missing.
Yeah, well,
The Replacements is missing.
Yep.
Which the
How
Replacements above some of these other ones.
how you don't have Remember the Titans in the top 5
Yeah.
blows my mind, because not only was it a true story, but it was such a great movie.
Necessary
Remember
Roughness is missing.
Remember the Titans is a movie that no matter what, even back in the day when I would, when I had cable and I could scroll,
Yeah.
if that's on, that's an immediate stop. No
Yeah.
matter where it is in the movie. No love for the game. No for love of the game.
All right. So we might have to make our own list. We do that every once in a while over
I
here at the
wouldn't
Geek
mind
Spot.
doing
So
that.
maybe in the next week or two, we'll come up with a list.
T, I'm really
Of our
unhappy that
own.
there was no Ready to Rumble on that list.
Yeah. Look. Oh, and
No Rudy.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Charles. All right.
Let's bring the mood up with my favorite part of the night.
It's gonna be a short part tonight.
I love it.
Because it was a
You're not going to make you're going to make your goal of finishing by the time the new
Black
office.
Friday. No, but that's all right. So before we get to that, so with the paper that's coming out,
Yeah,
so they have decided that is probably just as bad as The Office.
I unfortunately am on the same page. Anytime
Because they went from dropping weekly to, you know what? The people are going to want to binge this and forget about it by within 48 hours. So we should drop the whole thing at once to make sure that it's the shortest amount of hype about this show that we can have.
now there's a lot of okay. I don't want to say that there's a lot of hype about it, but there's a lot of marketing for it. I see it everywhere.
Do you just keep watching Peacock? Is that your problem?
That was part of it. That was part of it.
So
Tom,
yeah, so
enjoy the Yankees loss. Phillies are still better.
I only made it through the Target this week. I think I meant to watch another episode, and then just the week got away from me. So I made it through like I said, the one episode of the Target, which where a lot of things start going in motion here, or wrapping up a lot of storylines, or however you want to look at it. So we get Oscar freaking out about Evangela figured out that he and her husband are together, and he thinks he has her fooled. And then weird credits for this one. It's just Jim and Pam kissing. So different credits than any of the other episodes ever.
Right.
That was the only clip that they cut to in this. So Pam decides to finally paint the warehouse, which I feel like was assigned to her last season, or maybe it was the beginning of this season. But
It was a while ago.
she's finally going to not suck at doing her job.
Well,
Or will she?
well,
Guess we'll see.
most,
And Jim apparently wasn't fired somehow, but I thought he was fired.
no.
But then instead he calls David Wallace to ask if he can work part-time for the same money, and while he explores another opportunity, which is the stupidest thing ever, but cool.
Yep.
And then he proceeds to take out Stanley and Phyllis and ask them to cover for him, and they do, but run him through the ringer the whole stretch.
So he wants to get paid his same full salary.
Yep.
While working a couple days in another city, starting a completely new business.
That I feel like the show forgot that they had him talk to Daryl about, but maybe that comes back. But so far the company's rolling, and Daryl is not involved.
No.
So that's fun. I did like Stanley ordering the surf and turf with a side of lobster.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, that's the surf." He said, "It's not enough. It's not enough surf. You got to add the lobster on."
That whole part was over the top and wonderful.
It was another one where, like, all right, I get it. We're just moving the story because there's nobody working in the office. It's Peter filling out complaint cards that they have filed in the computer, but he has to write them on cards.
Yep.
And then they build a tower with Kevin helping, but he knocks it down. And Pam never got a complaint because Pam never did anything.
Make it go wider.
Why would anybody complain about Pam when she's worthless and doesn't do anything? So nobody would have a reason to. And then Angela, during that stretch, calls on Dwight to get a hitman because of all the people in the office, it would be Dwight that could get a hitman for. Because she's so mad that her husband cheated, even though she used to cheat on everybody with Dwight
Hmm.
and whoever she could find in front of her.
Hmm.
So fun. And she wants to get Oscar killed, and then they agree to kneecap him instead with his buddy. That was fine. And then Pam tries to get a complaint, and they let her call the client, which is like the stupid. They're like, "Hey, go piss off one of our clients." And she does, and they leave Dunder Mifflin because she's awful because she started off with the "your mom" joke, and the customer's mom had just died.
Yeah.
And it was like, "Your mom is so fat" thing, and they had died of overweight and all sorts of things. And the Dwight and Angela plan to kill Oscar. Dwight figures out that it's Oscar, stops it. Then it gets into a really weird. Dwight and Angela asking, or before that, Dwight and Angela are asking Toby how all of the gay things work.
It was funny.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah, it's funny.
sure.
What
And
was
then
funnier?
then they're fine with Oscar and they yell and things, and then we're moving on.
What was funnier, that or the lead pipe in the sandwich?
I mean, the lead pipe in the sandwich was pretty good. There was moments this episode, but all in it was.
Yeah, you're almost there.
Yeah, so I finally realized because it's like one of the issues with this season and most of the seasons is that Ed Helms' star rose so much during this show, right? Since he got cast on as The Hangover, so they keep trying to make him a main character, and then he goes, "Hey, see you guys, I'm leaving for like 3 months."
Right.
So like during all of this, other than the one episode that he was back and forth for the boat, he's filming The Hangover 3.
Right.
So like he's your star of the show, but he's not there.
No, you rely on Jim and Pam.
Yeah, who nobody likes. So it's rough. But that is all The Office. Like I said, I didn't want to go too deep on it. So do you want to hit news or do you want me to hit other stuff that I watched in between?
I'll do the couple quick newsy things.
All right.
So in a recent interview with Deadline, Danny Ramirez, you know who Danny Ramirez is, right?
I do. I've heard of him.
Danny Ramirez played Joaquin Torres in the MCU. He's the new Falcon.
Yes.
Yes. Danny Ramirez and Tom Culliver reveal that they are developing a new modernized take on Scarface through their production company.
No.
Danny Ramirez also is going to play Tony Montana.
Oh, hell no.
There's that.
Everything about that sounds awful.
I don't disagree.
Like why does it need to be like unless it's going to be a period piece?
No, it's going to be modernized.
Yeah, so why is it going to be like no?
I have no interest. None.
No.
Mortal Kombat 2. Deadline reported that the movie will be delayed from to May 15th, 2026, 6 months from its original release date. This comes after the movie trailer's record-breaking success, which garnered around 107 million global views in the first 24 hours after it released on July 17th. And I believe you were the one that said that they wanted a summer release.
So yeah, so it was supposed to release like Halloween,
like soon.
which is a notoriously horrible time of year to release movies because everybody's doing fall things. And Thanksgiving and like it's not great. You get a better stretch after Thanksgiving. So instead they pushed it to May, which is summer movie season. But I feel like they're really banking on the Johnny Cage thing, selling this movie, and I feel like the trailer is that, but that has nothing to do with most of the movie.
Won't that come after The Boys season 4?
Probably around the same time.
So maybe they're banking on they're banking on Carl Urban.
No, I think the his take on it. It's just sometime next year that we don't have a time frame for the
Gen V is like soon.
Gen V is this month.
Yeah.
But I think they're really banking on him being like that character selling the movie.
Right.
But if it's anything like the first movie, the trailer has nothing to do with most of the movie.
Okay. Right. I didn't see the first one.
I don't know that it's gonna. I think it's gonna flop, and they're just pushing it for no good reason at this point.
We have another movie here. Is called I Play Rocky. is the movie that explores the making of Sylvester Stallone's best-known film has found its young Italian stallion. The Amazon MGM movie that will be directed by Peter Farrelly of Dumb and Dumber.
The Farrelly brothers, right?
Yep. Is set to dramatize the making of Rocky, which catapulted Stallone to stardom in 1976. The Hollywood Reporter has revealed that Anthony Ippolito has been tapped to appear as young Sly in I Play Rocky. Ippolito is known in part for playing Al Pacino in the limited series The Offer.
Okay. No, that's
Okay.
Look, I appreciate Rocky for what it is, and I've seen all the movies. But
I don't need that. I need to know.
I'm not in the Rocky it being phenomenal camp that I would ever have any interest in watching it.
I already know the story of what he did, and if they don't include him, if they don't include like the time that he acted in porn, what's the point in making this movie? What's the point? Paramount announced today that under a new deal with Activision, the company will develop, produce, and distribute finally a live-action feature film based on the popular video game Call of Duty. Now,
okay, so a war movie. I mean, is it going to be as good as the cutscenes in Call of Duty? Probably not.
I don't know where they're going to go with it because I can't really see them taking storylines from the game and doing them, because if you remember Modern Warfare 2 is when they did the level called No Russian. No Russian was the scene where the 4 or 5 guys walk through the airport and just kill everyone in the airport.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know that they could do that.
No. Now, there are probably some good stories that they could do, and I would like to see some of those characters come to life, but at the same time,
Yeah, I'm good with like I said, you can make it just make it another call. It's just going to be a war movie. Like, that's fine. Which I don't know that this is the right time to make one of those. So
no, not really. It's rough. It's very rough. Two more quick little things. Alan Ritchson has had a conversation with James Gunn. A lot of fan casting having Alan Ritchson as Batman. And he said, well, it's not a rumor that James Gunn is a fan. He said it himself. And am I a fan of James Gunn? Absolutely, Alan said. I don't want to mislead people. Words have been exchanged about Batman, but I strongly don't think that Batman is in my future. I do think there is something in my future with DC, and I would like that to remain true. So he basically put the kibosh on him playing Batman, or maybe James Gunn did.
Look, there's plenty of characters he would even be a great Booster Gold, man.
He'd be a great Bane.
He's a little big, but I think he has the personality when they let him have his personality. He was so good as Hawk on Titans.
I think he'd be good as Bane, right?
No, he's wasted as Bane.
Okay. Well, yeah, because he's covered up and you don't get to see him.
Yeah, if you're gonna do Bane, just let Batista do Bane. But yeah, or even look, Batista as Hugo Strange would be the shit. It'd be great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunities there with all that, but I think there's plenty of people that Richardson could play depending on which direction they go. Because he would be a great Hawkman even. Because a lot of this later stuff with Kater Hall, they made him big. So that would even be cool. But there's a ton of spots that he could go play. But the longer they drag it out, Richardson's not young or not old, but he's not a young man anymore.
No, he's not, and he does a lot of hard work with all the stunts he does for these movies. That takes a toll on your body, no matter how much you work out.
Yeah.
So I grabbed this story a while ago, and I kept forgetting to use it, and sometimes we got rushed. Kumail Nanjiani, right?
Yeah.
Is that it right?
Well done.
Thank you very much. We know him from lots of movies. We also know him from the Eternals.
There's a lot of rumors that he will be the new Booster Gold.
Well, he was on a podcast, and I'm going to read this part of the quote that he had because it's hilarious. It's a movie called Eternals, big Marvel movie. I was like, oh, this is going to be my job for the next 10 years. I signed on for 6 movies. I signed on for a video game. I signed on for a theme park ride. They make you sign up for all this stuff, and you're like, oh, this is the next 10 years of my life. So I'll be doing Marvel movies every year. And then in between, I'll do like my own things, whatever I want to do. And then none of that happened. And none of that is happening. All of that's
look, he
gone.
got to be in What If for an episode.
But he's definitely not going to be in Eternals 2.
Likely not. Even though, again, look, I think Eternals, if people go back and rewatch it, it's better than people give it credit for.
It's easier to go back and look at stuff now and be able to watch it with a more critical eye than when it first came out.
Yeah, it's just long. I think they covered a lot of ground with a lot of characters in that movie. So like if you're familiar with the characters, it's actually a pretty good movie. If you're not, there's too much ground to try and cover to make you give a shit about these people.
And it took a long time for some things to pay off, and some things may never ever pay off.
And we're missing the Harry Styles of it all.
Like, Harry Styles.
How do you take one of the biggest pop stars on the planet and be like, hey, he's going to be on our stuff? Just kidding. We're not getting there. Unless there is another Doomsday announcement coming, because there was supposed to be one last week that did not materialize.
All kinds of Doomsday announcements. So not to touch on it too much, but the big rumor the past couple of weeks was that Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds were beefing on the set, and then it finally broke down to that's not true. It didn't happen. They don't even think Ryan Reynolds is on set right now. Then what I just read today was David Harbour and what's Wyatt Russell. Some of his scenes, some of Wyatt Russell's scenes were cut. David Harbour made a joke about it, and Russell didn't react too kindly to it. So that may be the beef.
I don't know. They've already done a movie together.
I don't know. Whatever.
Look, none of them are getting more than 3 minutes of air screen time anyway, except for Robert Downey Jr. So,
well, no, the X-Men will have,
3 minutes each.
Other than that, the only thing that I can say that I watched wholeheartedly before I turn it over to you and all the stuff that you've watched, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. Once again, it continues to impress. They finished their season 3 is done, or well, there's I think 2 more episodes left in this season. 4 is in the process of being filmed, or they're on pre-production, and 5 is being written, and then they're done. This show, even with the addition of Patton Oswalt, the last episode, this show is great. I'm just tired of seeing Patton Oswalt show up in everything that's like sci-fi related.
There's a lot of Patton Oswalt to go around.
This episode was really, really well done. They turned 4 of the cast members into Vulcans to go down and do something on a planet that they couldn't like interact with the Prime Directive, but the Vulcans had already been there before they entered into Starfleet's, in the United Federation of Planets. Mm-hmm. So they went down as Vulcans, and the funniest part of the whole interaction was they were the 4 crew members were made full Vulcans while Spock was with them as a half human, half Vulcan, and they kept making fun of Spock for not being a full Vulcan. It was actually kind of amusing the way they did it. But again, stellar episode. There's 2 episodes left in this season. It might be my favorite show that's on TV right now.
Nice.
And the only other thing that I actually watched to finish was I finally finished Upload.
It dropped last Monday.
Yeah,
so like,
but it's only 4 episodes.
That is a record speed that you watched Upload in.
I kind of metered it out a little bit. I wanted it. Upload has always been a show where it moves time
all like 87 minutes of Upload.
But the way they move the time in that show, it's like you watch an episode, then the next episode you watch, you're like 6 months down the road, and there's no like callback to the fact that they fast forwarded through stuff. So like they did that in this, and I understand it's only 4 episodes. I loved how it ended. I understood the ending. I got it. I thought they brought it home. I thought it was really well done.
Yeah. So for anybody that hasn't watched Upload, I think
spoiler free.
We briefly talked about it last week, but to set it up from the beginning, if you haven't watched it, it's on Amazon Prime. It's got Robbie Amell is the lead for it, and it's fantastic cast around him as well.
Yeah.
But it set up a character who dies early, young in life. This is set in the future. His consciousness is uploaded into a virtual world that the living can go visit because everything's data at that point. And as he works in through that world, we start to see, hey, maybe it wasn't an accident that he died and things like that. But then the show goes global. It expands its scope. It goes into some deeper questions as we go about what makes somebody fall in love with somebody else. What parts of them do you end up loving? How do you grow as a person? How do you like all sorts of pretty cool stuff? But it's a very easy watch. There's only a total of 29 episodes across 4 seasons. So I think it was eight episodes a season for the first couple, and then it dropped down to 4 for this most recent one. First season was 10, and then I think it went down every season. Yeah, then 7, impacted by COVID in season 2 for sure. And season 3 was 8. So yeah, not a ton, but I mean it debuted in 2020, so we've gotten almost a season a year, which is better than 9 out of 10 of these shows at this point. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, go spend an afternoon or so.
Oh, such a fun show.
Yeah, they're like 25-minute episodes for the most part. It's a very easy watch. I feel like the issue you had there with the jumping around wouldn't be as bad in a binge.
No, not at all.
Because the break, there was a lot of moving parts that they introduced like towards the end of a season, and then the next season's like, oh, and remember all this stuff? No, I don't remember any of it.
Right.
But yeah,
it wasn't so much. Yeah, it wasn't so much a problem that it was an issue that I didn't like the show. It was a little jarring at first, especially not remembering what happened in season 3 fully. Because I don't normally watch recaps.
Yeah,
that's when I was like, oh, I gotta watch.
You got to start doing that.
Yeah.
I will say, and this is for anybody that did watch it, and for Frank in particular. So the creator and the showrunner, Greg Daniels, his son is AI guy.
The redhead. Guy? No shit, I didn't know that.
Which makes much more sense as to how that character plays out in the show. Once you realize that it's the creator's son.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah, Amazon Prime, go hit that up. Also on Amazon Prime, Countdown's got 1 episode left this season, I think. I've been talking about it every week. It's just a great cop pseudo mystery thriller show with a great cast. Go watch that. I'll hit Twisted Metal in a second. Then we'll talk about Peacemaker for last week as we go and get closer to wrapping things up. So I did mention it earlier, though, K-popped.
Yes, you did.
So look, obviously we are fans of music on this show. Some of you guys are too. But just to hit some of this list. So I'm not even going to go through the K-pop bands because I don't know that anybody listening to this knows who any K-pop bands are. Just know that most K-pop bands, like 5 to 11 people, depending on the band, they would take one K-pop group and split them in half to pair up with people that would go head-to-head on this competition show. First episode, Megan Thee Stallion versus Patti LaBelle, which was fun. Seeing them reimagine K-pop. The second episode was the Spice Girls versus the Spice Girls. So it was 2 of them performed with the 2 split groups doing Wanna Be and Say You'll Be There.
Okay.
The third episode, which just, if you're going to go watch any episode, go watch the third episode. It's Vanilla Ice and Taylor Dane.
Okay, that's awesome.
And the Vanilla Ice remake of Ice Ice Baby might be one of my favorite remixes I've ever heard of the song. It's great. And it's like they could release it now and it would hit the charts like in the top 10 with that remake that they did. It's fantastic. Then you get Eve versus Kesha. You get Kylie Minogue versus J Balvin. Another super fun episode was Boy George and TLC.
Oh, okay.
Doing Karma Chameleon and Waterfalls.
Yeah.
Those were probably that was my second favorite episode.
Okay.
Then you get Hold My Hand and Kings and Queens, which I was it's Ava Max and Jesse something. Wasn't a huge fan of that one. And then the last one is Boys to Men. And they split up the group Black Swan, which is one of the biggest K-pop groups. And they do Motown Philly and End of the Road.
Was it really well done?
It was great. The songs weren't that different than they
Gotcha.
originally were.
Okay.
They weren't as K-popified,
Right.
so to speak.
Right.
But look, this was filmed like a while ago, so like they happened to have it in the can over at Apple TV and be able to release it right after K-pop Demon Hunters hit big. But it is a super easy, fun watch. The hosts are Megan Thee Stallion. Hosts, I use the term loosely. Megan Thee Stallion and Psy.
Okay.
If you remember Gangnam Style, which was our original K-pop.
I remember well.
Hit for the hit that took the world by storm. And the other host is I don't want to mess her name up. Soojeong Sun.
Nice.
Who you're like, do you know who that is?
No. Nice that you got it.
She's been in Kaleidoscope. She was a writer on The Brother's Son. She was on Servant, the M. Night Shyamalan thing for a while. She's been in a bunch of things. You'd recognize her and be like, oh, yeah, I know who she is. But K-popped over on Apple TV was fun.
Okay.
I know you're still behind and have just started up Twisted Metal.
I am.
Season 2 just wrapped last week.
I just got to the part where they walk the red line.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're season 1, episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Look, still super, super
it was
quick,
fun.
Easy breezy watch. The show doesn't ever stop being an easy breezy watch. So 3 episodes dropped for the finale last week. Some really cool concepts in there with the way that they keep pulling it back into the like, hey, it's cars racing against cars and blowing shit up.
Right.
They keep coming back to that and doing it well, in my opinion. We get the Twisted Metal tournament, the finale, and everything happens through this. We get some aftermath. It sets it up. I'm stoked for season 3. And I've continued to enjoy it. I would garner that the last few episodes weren't for everybody because they're a little bit of a departure.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed the hell out of them. I really like the show, and I really like the way Stephanie Beatrice and Anthony Mackie play their characters and the two of them interact. And like I said, this is the kind of stuff that I think Anthony Mackie excels at. And it's nice to get to see him do those jokes. Now, did you get Sweet Tooth yet?
No.
Where you're at? Okay.
I don't think so.
You would know when Sweet Tooth was there.
Sweet Tooth is. It's the big clown.
Yes.
Yeah, I know who that is. Before we go to something else, something I just came across real fast that I'm actually, if this is true, I'd be a little quarter chub. The guys that created Cobra Kai.
Yes.
Everybody's wondering what they're going to do next.
Oh, I've seen this.
Well, no, there's more to it. Now.
Okay.
There's a rumor. So the creators of Cobra Kai are reportedly doing a Knight Rider movie, which is great. Okay. Knight Rider was, I mean, that was I can't miss that show. When he fought Goliath, I had the blueprints and I was all in on Knight Rider. But the rumor is it's going to launch a shared universe.
No.
Yes. With Airwolf.
Okay.
And the $6 billion man. Give it to me.
Oh, so hold on.
Give it to me. Airwolf, the helicopter.
Yeah, no, I'm good with Jan Michael Vincent and Ernest Borgnine. Airwolf's great. I enjoyed Airwolf. I liked Airwolf probably more than I liked Knight Rider, honestly.
I did not, but I could say I liked them equally.
I did hear that Kevin Smith recently made a pitch that sold.
Oh.
And he has tried to write the $6 million man multiple times.
I'm sure.
But I don't know if that character still works though.
It would definitely take a lot of changing it.
Because they did the Bionic Woman not too long ago.
Yeah, it would definitely need it would definitely need a change. Because I know at one point Mark Wahlberg was attached to it.
Yes.
Yeah,
that show is definitely like of its time.
Oh yeah. Another show that it was one of my favorite shows. And the crossover with
And look,
Oh,
an AI car, but the thing is, like, it's not sci-fi fiction anymore. So, like, it's just a Tesla, like, whatever.
no, no, it
Kid,
can't be no, it has to be a Trans Am.
you know what I mean, though.
I
But
know.
like, I'm just
No, I
saying,
know
like,
what you mean.
we have that.
I know. My
An
phone.
Airwolf. If somebody was flying a helicopter anywhere now, you know what I mean? Like,
Look,
what?
let me suspend disbelief, okay?
I'd love to. It's going to be tough if they're going to try and pull all those back in, unless they make it a period. I don't know. I don't know.
Look, Cobra Kai
We'll
was good
see.
for 2.5-ish seasons.
Hopefully they do it soon. I also forgot to talk last week about It's Always Sunny
Okay.
finale.
Hmm.
So they throughout the season we didn't get much of Frank, but we get a lot more of him towards the end because he's been on the Golden Bachelor all season. Is where he's been, not playing the Golden Bachelor the right way at all.
Okay.
He just picks, like, I like her, send all the rest home, and it's fantastic. But that's you get like the finale, and Jesse Palmer guest stars on the show, the host of the Golden Bachelor,
Awesome.
former Bachelor Jesse Palmer. For those who know their Bachelor Nation stuff,
Nope.
I had a feeling. But it was a really well done season. They always feel too quick. Always Sunny does, because they're not long. Like they used to be at least 13ish or so episodes. They're only 8. But they are all out now, and it's great. It's so much fun. They haven't really lost a whole lot.
I never ever got along with it. I never
Man,
got in. I mean, I love watching the clips of it, but I just never.
like some of the stuff that they're still doing is wild. Like they do one where they went to a casino and they thought they were going to like a really nice casino. They were not going to a nice casino. They were going to like a dog track in Atlantic City, or in Atlantic City. And it's super wild, the stuff that these guys that are all like huge stars and have all the money and all of the things now will still put them through on screen is wild. So yeah, I would say watch that. Pete, I think, disagrees with me, but that's all right. And then so we had Peacemaker.
We did have Peacemaker.
So season 2, episode 2. What did you think about You're Only as Good as Your Bird? I think is what the episode was called. What was the episode called?
I think that Tim Meadows stole the episode.
Yeah.
Tim Meadows absolutely 1,000% stole that episode. I loved it. I enjoyed. So far, I love it. I like where they're going with it. I also like the fact that apparently, like, the first 4 episodes, right? Is it 6 episodes or is it 8 episodes?
Of this season, it's
Of
8.
the season. It's 8. Okay. So the first 6 episodes, everyone has seen, like, media. The last 2 episodes are like being closely guarded secrets because apparently they're going to be
Big
more
cameos.
Yeah, a lot of cameos, or really big cameos. I like it. I like where it's going. I didn't take any notes during it. I don't normally take notes. I try to remember stuff. The eagle got a nice center spotlight. Eagle got a spotlight. Tim Meadows was just so good this episode.
Yeah, look, and half of that was like ad lib.
Yeah.
And it was his first day on set when he went in with Economos in the van, and he's just rubbing his shoulders and having the whole conversation about Adebayo. I thought it was great. It was nice to get to see Vigilante some more this episode.
Yep.
Deal with the some of the aftermath of the first episode when with Chris Smith's other Chris Smith. All of the agents that got introduced. That now, from what I understand, because I am listening to the podcast that James Gunn does, he's still doing one every week after the show with Jennifer Holland and Steve Agee, and then various guests they bring in.
Right.
So it's interesting to hear that, like, all of those nicknames that Tim Meadows came up with for those characters, they're going to keep them
Oh,
going
that's
forward.
great.
Like he told the one, he's like, you know, that when people see you out and about, they're gonna call you titties now.
That's
And she's like, I'm cool with that.
fucking great.
So yeah, look, it was. I thought he was great. I think they're doing a good job setting up where we're gonna go and why we're getting there. I think James Gunn does really good TV. I'm not always a huge fan of his movies. I think they're fine for the most part, but I like when he has the room to kind of pull the taffy a little more,
Yeah.
like he's doing through Peacemaker right now with whatever's going to end up happening with Rick Flag through this. Plus, in the other world, all the we're getting the other Harcourt and what's going to happen there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it's going to go. It's so far it's a show I look forward to every week.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just Adrian Chase just being wild.
Yeah.
I hope that as the show progresses, I get in more into the opening credits because I still don't dig.
It doesn't. I skipped it this week.
I learned last season to not skip them because stuff makes more sense as you go.
I know. I just wasn't in the mood this week.
But we'll see where that ends up. But all in, I thought it was a great episode.
Yeah, me too.
So,
What else?
I think that's it, man. So this week you can find me at the Water Wheel in Doylestown and Ron's Original in Exton. See all the schedule at jackkidmusic.com or find me on all the social media spots that you find things. Frank, you can find at Gimzack. And where else?
We're going to be at the Island of Relevancy. Should be live tomorrow night at 7:00 Eastern, where T and I will be doing nothing but talking wrestling. A lot of good wrestling happened this past weekend. Lots to talk about. A lot of good stuff. And Frank starts hockey up again. 9:30 tonight.
Good. Did one of the Paul brothers get their ass kicked?
Yeah and no.
Oh, well.
Logan did. Logan did, but Logan really watch tomorrow night and hear what I have to say about Logan Paul.
I may have to tune in. And I hope all of you guys tune in. And as always, thank you for finding the Geek Spot with us. We will be back next week bringing you all the latest, more Peacemaker, more. Frank will have a whole Twisted Metal review for you by then, I'm sure. And maybe I will try and burn through some more Office. So we'll see what happens. Everybody have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you soon.